Welcome to day 1879 of What's Up to Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting the journey originally as I transitioned from the brick and mortar corporate world of business, decades in both, into the online world of business. I came online in 2017 following my divorce and divestiture of all the businesses that I had with my ex-husband, and was looking for something to do. I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to do now? I don't want to go back to the different industries and businesses we ran together. I want a whole new adventure. I've always been curious about the internet, so I hopped online, did a little bit of research, not a ton, hopped online and started learning and growing. And then in 2018 started to create content, video content online. It took me a year to get up the gumption to make videos because, like so many other people, it's scary. It's scary to hop online and do videos. But now I've done lots of them, lots and lots of them, and I still think most of them are awful. And that's just personal opinion, right? But they're a tool that works for me, especially this segment in documenting what it is that I've been doing, what's worked, what hasn't worked, sometimes what I'm excited about, sometimes what I'm not so excited about. I'm excited today, leaving on a trip for a couple of weeks. It's my mother's 86th birthday. So one of my sisters and I are driving down to where she lives and my other sister in Texas to spend some time with her. Because you know what, 86, that's pretty awesome. And since most of us have had, except for my one sister, a death experience or almost died, it's important that we get together. So today, our idiom for Supersize Your Business was life is a journey. And I find this really fascinating that I wasn't definitely a believer in that philosophy or that saying. It's attributed to Ralph Waldo Emerson, although he never actually wrote it or said it in the life is a journey, not a destination framework or wording. He lived that philosophy in terms of focusing on the present moment and learning from our experiences and the power of that. But he never really said life is a journey, not a destination. And the internet, you think nowadays with the internet, since we have access to all this information, the absolute way to trace and track down when something and where something came from would be possible. But according to my research, more and more idioms, it's fuzzy where they actually came from. And it's not that easy to trace it using the internet because of a lot of reasons that I don't need to get into now. But a lot of it is the internet wasn't created for the origination of ideas and things, or the documentation and the history of those things. It was created as a scientific tool for us nerdy engineers, and that's why I'm so enamored with it. And marketers and business people have taken it over, or not so good business people. I guess there's a whole dark web that I know nothing about, and I don't want to know anything about. But the light web, the web that I'm on, and the internet is got, it's like anything else. It can be used for good, it can be used for evil. It's got positive and negative attributes, and it's up to us as individuals to pick and choose what works for us and let the rest go, because we don't need to participate in things that don't work for us. So today, life's a journey, not a destination. Love that Waldo Emerson gets credit for it, even though he never actually said it. And I think that's true in life, right? A lot of people get credit for things that they never actually did, and a lot of people don't worry about getting credit for things because they know in their heart what they do, and that's enough for a lot of us. So our topic today for this year's annual challenge, the Get Your Goals annual challenge, is something I call the Lifeline exercise. I'm gonna grab my little graphic because it's so awesome. Not really. It's a piece of cardboard with my big life events written on it, right? Born 1960, and then continuing after 2023, because I plan to be here after 2023. And it's got all the major events that I can recall, and I go back to it all the time and add things that I remember that I'd totally forgotten about. And then what I like to do, and this month we're graphing our mental well-being, how that impacted our thoughts and beliefs and feelings, and what we were thinking and feeling. We ask ourselves as we look at the events, what was I thinking before and during and after this event? Because that helps us to learn more about ourselves. So I like to do, and I've got a great big one of this that I use, but it's too big to show here, so I use my ugly little original one from 2020 when I first started sharing this tool in the Get Up and Go challenge. As part of the pandemic, I wanted to find a way to contribute in a positive way, so I started doing monthly challenges every other month to just keep me going and to help other people to keep going, to get up and keep going, even though the world was kind of just tamping us down and shutting us down. All right, so Lifeline exercise. If you want to know anything about that, you can check out the Get Your Goals Annual Challenge. Otherwise, you can Google it, and I'm sure there's different. I know I Googled yesterday and found out that there is actually something called Lifeline exercising, which I didn't know anything about. And I'm sharing that in the challenge today because I think it's fun when different things have different names and they mean different things, right? This is my version of a Lifeline exercise. Don't remember who I learned it from, but it's been one of my favorite tools for decades now. And then I go online and I find out, yes, thank you for the internet, because it gives us all this crazy useless information that we really don't need to know. But there's something called Lifeline exercise where it has to do with the different types of exercise, which I thought was pretty entertaining. Anyway, that's all I've got today. Hitting the road. I'm going to Texas in a little bit here, so I'm going to sign off. Wish you an awesome day. If I can help you anyway, ask. I will be riding in a car for at least 8 or 9 hours today and tomorrow. So, secret, it's a good time to hit me up if you've got a question. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.